Words can't describe how excited I am to bring you this tech, so instead, I'm going to show you a clip. Oh! This video will be going over the advanced tech for Juri called Fuzzy Guard. We're going to go over what Fuzzy Guard is, why it works, and how you can use it to win more games. There is a lot to unpack with this, so let's just dive straight into it. Let's first take a look at what it looks like. Juri's going to jump in with a heavy kick and then instantly jump off the ground with a medium punch. Why did Ryu get hit by this? Fuzzy Guard could be defined as hitting an opponent with an off-the-ground air attack while they hold down back and you are stuck in standing block animation. That's a mouthful and a lot to take in, so let's go step by step and I'll explain to you what each of these things mean and why it works. An off-the-ground jump attack is different from what you're used to. When we jump in with a jump attack, we usually hit on the way down, but some moves have a lower hitbox so that you can hit on the way up. For Juri, this is jumping light kick and jumping medium punch. All jumping attacks, whether you hit on the way down or on the way up, must be blocked standing. Since these moves are marked as an overhead, you cannot block these while you are crouching. The same is true for instant overheads. If you jump off the ground, you must block this high. If you don't, you will get hit. If your opponent is already crouching, these moves will not hit, which brings us to the main reason why this works. When Juri jumps in with hard kick, it puts Ryu in block animation, but he can't transition to crouching block while he's in this animation, which allows Juri to hit the instant overhead on a standing Ryu. However, the game still reads him as blocking low, even though his character is stuck standing. This is so interesting because if Ryu was blocking low, then he wouldn't get hit by the jumping medium punch, but he would obviously get hit by the jumping hard kick. The final prerequisite for this is that Ryu must be in burnout. We see here, he does not get hit by the jumping medium punch. That's because he is not in enough block stun to be stuck in the animation and can transition to blocking low. So yes, this is a burnout only setup. However, this is still very strong, and if we could force our opponent into burnout, we can get some wild results from it. I chose this setup for a reason. It's a safe jump, which means Ryu cannot wake up with EXDP. Juri hits our jumping hard kick as deep as possible and recovers before Ryu's EXDP comes out. This is not a factor because Ryu is already in burnout, which means he is forced to block this. To block this, Ryu has to block high on the jumping medium punch, but that leaves him open to lows. So let's recap. Ryu is in burnout, which means everything he blocks, he has to block a few frames longer than usual. Juri does a jump attack that's really deep and close to the ground, which gives her the most amount of frames advantage as possible. Ryu gets stuck in standing block animation and cannot transition to crouching block animation. Ryu is blocking low, which leaves him open to jumping attacks. Juri does an instant off-the-ground jumping medium punch, which connects with Ryu's standing animation. The game still reads Ryu as blocking low to the jump attack, which means he gets hit. You cannot block a jumping attack with a down input, regardless of what your character is doing. He is stuck from the extreme block stun. This is a 50-50 whether or not you want to block high or low. This setup here is set up so that you frame kill with the standing light punch, and Juri gets that safe jump. Ryu blocks the first attack, gets hit by the second attack, goes into EX dive kick, and connects with Kaizen Dankairaku. Off this setup here, we see how much damage this does to Ryu off of that one reset. It is almost 75% damage. A lot of my viewers are new to the game, and this is a very advanced concept, so I hope I explain this well enough so that you understand at least how it works and maybe a bit of why it works. Let's look at some applications. fully actualized, I think this will bring Juri to the top 3 of the game. That's how strong I think this is. Stay tuned to the channel because we are going to have so much more. And if you're new to Juri, I have a guide just for you. You'll see that on the screen right in front of you. Have a good one, and I hope to see you over there.